All right, so I'm on my way to the UP. I'm actually up in the UP, and I'm about to talk about a crazy street story and start this series just because I know I told these stories before and people was really like loving them. So make sure you like and subscribe to this video. But this video is about a time where I was in Detroit and I was 13 years old and I was going to get my first tattoo. The tattoo is on my arm. It's like a brick wall. Let me see. You can see it a little bit up here, but I got like more tattoos added to it, so it's kind of hard to see it. But it was late night. I'm 13 years old. My mama let me get the tattoo. It was kind of common growing up in the hood, like for teenagers just to do whatever, right? When, you know, they had young parents as well. I had a teenage mom, so she was like, whatever, you know, at your age, I was or a year later from the age you are now, I was pregnant with you type stuff, right? So then my auntie boyfriend, you know, he called me like, yeah, when I get home, I'll take you to, you know, go get this tattoo. I'm so excited because earlier than that, he showed me how to do the little stick and poke. It was like a jailhouse vibe where you use baby oil, boil it, use a needle to stick and poke, and it actually stayed. So I was excited. I'm like, man, I want to get a real tattoo now. We on the way there. It's dark, late. He like, yeah, man, I'm gonna drop you off or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't even know the tattoo guy. He like, you know what you want? I'm like, no. He like, you should get a brick wall with Trey spray painted on there. I'm like, okay, I'll get that. So then I get dropped off to the neighborhood. He just pull off. I think he, you know, had another girl to go see, you know, whatever. This is my auntie boyfriend. Right? The way he pulled off, you know, like he going to see somebody. So it's pitch black. I hear buzzing, like, so I'm thinking like, oh, the window open. You know, that's the tattoo house right there. So I walk up the stairs. Without knocking, I just go straight up, and we in a neighborhood called Schoolcraft. Now, if you from Detroit, you know Schoolcraft is one of the most dangerous neighborhoods. It's like 6 miles, 7 miles, where I'm from, Dexter and Linwood, like dangerous neighborhood. So I walk up the steps, and I hear buzzing. I open the door, it's a man staring right at me cooking, and I'm like, hey man, is this a tattoo house? Is so-and-so here, the tattoo guy? He like, nah, you got the wrong house. I turn around and walk down them steps so quick. And when I say we in the trenches, it's pitch black. It's like 11 at night. I'm 13 years old by myself. I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, let me hurry up and get out of here. Dog already pull off. I ain't got nobody to call. It ain't like I'm going to call the police. Like, police don't come to these neighborhoods, you know, at that time. So then I go outside. It's literally 12 guys standing in a circle in the street. Like, oh, yeah, like we finally got the guy that was trying to break in our house. So then it was like a bunch of older guys. I'm 13 at the time. It's like 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds. They on the porch lined up, drinking, smoking. And I'm like, where did they just come from, right? And I know it sounds like a crazy fake story, but then they sent the youngest boy to try to run up and swing on me. And they sent them to try to run up and swing on me. And I'm like, hey, bro, I don't want to fight. Like, this ain't, you know, I was just trying to get a tattoo. So then, left here. What? Gas station. So they try to swing on me. And I put my hands up and like they running around like, yeah, we finally caught the guy that's been trying to break in our house. And I'm like, y'all, like I promise. And I, you know, part of me wanted to be friendly, like, hey bro, y'all got the wrong guy, but I couldn't show too much fear because they was just gonna jump me, right? Shoot me, whatever. So then I'm like, hey man, I promise that wasn't me, blah blah blah. And then out of nowhere, a guy come out and literally like next door and was like, hey, y'all got the wrong guy, because he seen I was getting surrounded. So he like, wrong guy. And he like, he's supposed to be over here getting a tattoo. So the little homie dapped me up like, oh, my bad. He was like my age. But I'm like, if I start swinging on him, then all his people gonna jump in and jump me. But they like, my bad, man. There's been people trying to break in our house and, you know, steal our stuff. And they actually broke in. So we've been all sitting here waiting on them to come back. So they literally was just sitting there quiet in the house, just chilling, waiting on the guys to come back or whatever. So that's the story about how I got my first tattoo when I was 13 and got away from getting jumped or shot or whatever they was trying to do. And the tattoo guy gave me the tattoo. He was like, yo, they was about to F homeboy up out there. I came and saved him. I'm like, dog. Like, so that's part one. Come back for part two and more stories, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We out.